Okay, all you YouTubers out there, you Jvlog enthusiasts, and even Jvloggers, if you're bothering to watch this. I happen to be Clay Kuyan. That's my name. Uh, Anyways, I guess this would actually be my truly official first Jvlog video. Alright, it's up to your decision. I want to know is, what do you think a Jvlogger is? Because when I heard about what Victor specified from Give Me a Flake Man, of what he specifies, what he thinks a J vlogger is, and that kind of gives me. Plus, he was discussing about this in one of his videos. What gave me the idea of making this video was what it really means to be a J vlogger. What is it? You know, Would you is it on ethnicity? Do you have to be Japanese to be a J vlogger? Or do you have to be in Japan? Or is it really, for me, it seems more like someone who discusses about Japanese society as a whole, or subgroups such as about their youth culture, their countercultures, their different forms of movements, maybe even on just the local weirdness of what is Japan. Well, especially to outsiders. Anyone that is not from there would probably see Japan as this very technical in some ways and yet kind of backward, but yet very weird and also familiar at the same time. You know, like the pirated Matrix, where it looks familiar, looks all right until you get really close. Then you see the weirdness or defects, such as that you would get from trying to look for Snoopy in a Hong Kong marketplace, and you see, oh, that must be Snoopy. You get up, it says Sloopy. That actually is a real thing. Because I saw it like years and years ago. They went up close. Anyways, yeah, I really want to know what you think of what a J vlogger is. But Victor specified, uh, which was a J vlogger is someone who is enthusiast on the Japanese culture, society, and talks about that. They don't have to be in Japan or of Japanese ethnicity or uh, you know of their nationality. Being a Japanese citizen, you don't even have to be speaking in Japanese to do that. But if you want to go like very broad based of what it is, would somebody that talks about Japanese movie industry, would they be GA vloggers, or someone that just teaches you the Japanese language, or someone that just talks about anime or Japanese video games? I think most of those go into other categories than just saying, "Oh, they're J vloggers." For me, that's how it is. Um, I don't really consider myself one way or another of what type of vlogging I am. Because personally, for me, I do is talk to different types of people. My friends, I talk to about different things to different people. Like between me and my brother, we usually go into science fiction and try to describe how scientific principles relate in science fiction. You know, we have discussions on that, and the same thing with like Star Trek, Star Wars, all that. Because I actually have a complete understanding of the Star Trek mythos, but also their technology, and why I considered, what some physicists try to describe what Star Trek does with their teleportation. And I get pissed off that they do this. Ah, you know, I go on subjects like that. Science fiction is my main thing. But with Jvlogging, hmm, me, just I happen to like Jvloggers. I don't go after them, like harass them or even, watch their videos because, oh, they're pretty or whatever. No. See, what Kim said about people that go, that are fans of her or people that watch her, a lot of times originally people just watch her because she was cute. She was, yeah, just basically on her looks than anything else, that she's a girl and she's good looking. For me, it's like, no, you have to have something interesting to say, or you have to teach me something that I didn't know beforehand. And I like to even hear on people's takes on things that I already do know. That's why I watch their videos. For me, I watch Kate and June's videos. Kate's videos and June's videos as separate entities, but I actually enjoy each one of them for what they actually have to say and what they do. I don't go and harass them. I don't ask them for anything because I really don't want to. And I also watch is Charlotte, because her videos, not just entertaining, but she shows me something different, even if it's like some wacky little thing I didn't even know that it existed. And I know a shitload of things about Japan and the wacky little ridiculous items, like shops and like food items, such as, junk food. But I don't know everything, but at least it's entertaining and it shows me something new that I didn't know beforehand. And then June's videos, with him, I think his videos are more on his perspective of how Japan was for him. He grew up in Japan. He is Japanese ethnicity and nationality. And he describes, this is how it is for me, how I grew up. That's what he talks about that. And I also like his videos when he asks his sister, or ask even perfect strangers out there, the differences of reality versus anime, like Japanese reality and Japanese anime about anything, such as like school. Which is kind of interesting, but it's also, you have to think about it. Isn't that like kind of stupid? Yes, people do not have bloody noses because they're sexually aroused. I've never seen anybody do that. I've seen people got bloody noses, but not like where it's squirts out like an anime. Well, yeah, just a cheat sheet. Reason why I'm not wearing my glasses is because, well, camera right here on, just see, it's like multiple images and just don't work well. So I also watch is like Mira's videos, Kenna Jinsun. Now her videos are actually entertaining, but they're silly. and I find them informative. And some of the ridiculous things I've watched of what is considered Japanese vlogging or whatever, Jvlogs, whatever, is videos on ridiculous things such as like about shops, or the most interesting for me is um, besides anime and manga and the fashion and their subcultures and the music, besides that would have to be vending machines, especially when gaijin that go there for the first time and they knew that there was vending machines in Japan. And they heard that there's weird stuff in vending machines. They don't really believe it until they actually see and saying these things, such as like vending machines with underwear and sells underwear. Some sell magazines. Besides tobacco and alcohol products, there's coffee, tea, food items, all of this plethora of items that in their home country they don't have vending machines like that with all those things or whatever. But I just find it entertaining to see Gaijin discuss, like, oh my god, it's like it's a vending machine, big deal, but it's kind of funny. But I also find it interesting is and also informative about things I didn't know beforehand, such as that Japanese ATMs, they have the same hours as the banks, which means when a bank is closed, their ATMs are closed too, such as on Sunday. I had never realized that ATMs in Japan are like that. It's like, God, if I did, like, that's strange. Hmm. Here, and other things are why I watch about Japan. I've always had an interest in Japan. I want to do is one day go there, not just to visit, but actually to live there. I don't think about living there permanently. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. But it's one of the places I want to stay for a while. I already picked out places and throughout areas of Tokyo that I would love to live. You know, places I thought about was Shinjuku, not really Akihabara, maybe, but maybe in the northern part of Tokyo. I forgot what that one was. Or even Harajuku. Yeah, I would like to go to Harajuku. That's actually just southeast, I guess. No, southwest, technically. Southwestwards of Shinjuku. Just go on the line and you hit that. I would also like to do is go see, areas that I've seen in anime and see the real life things. Like when I do go to Japan, I'm probably going to do is be self-sufficient. This is what I want for myself before I get there, is to be self-sufficient completely, where I make enough money to not worry about anything, where I don't have to struggle or to not be able to buy things that I need, such as like a new computer or new cameras or anything like that, or software, you know, where it's like, do I get this item or food for the month? I don't really want to worry about that. But yeah, when I get to Japan, I feel like this is what I want to do. See, all I want to do is continue working online. I'll do videos. I would love to do is videos in Japan, not just discussing about Japan versus America BS. Maybe, who knows? But I would also do is talk about um, things in my life, what is going on in Japan, and one of the things I want to know more is the manga industry, or at least to making my own. A doujinshi actually would be that. Doujinshi. See, when I get there, I'll do is create my mangas still. How I would do is take what I do have and get a place that will actually print them out. I would like for them to print them out in the Japanese format and have I would make there is the Japanese version, and I would also have printed out is the English version. And I'm thinking I'll probably sell it at Comic Kit. That was my big thing, was actually sell it there during the summer Comic Kit and the winter Comic Kit. Eh, uh, yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. Also, probably do some games, make games there. Yeah, of my own. Nothing really big deal. Uh, I don't know if I would do his videos on the Japanese language. I might, but would that really be Jvlogging? Who knows? I'd probably do is uh, talk about, or maybe even show, if I can, of like things that are on Japanese television, so you can get this idea. Wow, here's the newest anime that just was released on television, and I want people if like in the States, to get really excited and think, wow, that's something to actually wait for, or go ask, go have a petition for, let's say, Viz or manga, or manga is like they like to pronounce it. It's manga, you dumbasses. Anyways, or ADV. ADV is my favorite of the companies that bring stuff from Japan, translate it, and release it in America. They're like tops for me. Deke is like, what the hell? The only thing they did really good, Deke did, bringing something from Japan over into America, have it translated, would be Sailor Moon. Except they cut out some of the episodes, and they did was change certain words. So like the insults that Darien, even the character names, yeah, people know him as Darien. Tuxedo Mask. He does is insults Serena or Usagi. Toskino Usagi. Rabbit at the moon. Insult her by calling her dumpling head. That's what it translates into English. But in the American version, in Deke version, they specified he insults her by calling her meatball head. The reason why people don't understand those balls on top of her head, they're not supposed to represent meatballs, they're supposed to represent dumplings, as it were. That's why the Japanese Tuxedo Mask calls her that, while the American one, he calls her meatball head, because fans probably don't have a reference of what dumplings look like in Asia, or you know maybe some do, maybe some don't. And then some of the cultural things, things that were culturally bias to Japan, like people in Japan would understand. They have to do is kind of dumb it down for America to, or change the cultural reference to an American one, so that the joke still kind of gets across where an American audience would understand it anyways. It makes more sense to an American. It's kind of those little things that I found funny. Same thing with translation errors, such as like the big thing back in the day when people were talking about this online a lot was through BBSs, which was in IRC chat, which was the relationship of two characters in the Sailor Moon universe. One was Neptune, and the other was Uranus. All right. The American translated version specified these two are cousins. Japanese specifies these two are not related, but they're lesbian lovers. So when the American audience found out the actual relationship and seeing how they reacted to each other, even with sound off and then you turn the sound on, and with the American, it's like, oh my god, the characters are lesbian plus they're cousins. And that was the big hoopla. Oh, listen, American IRC chats and on BBC, not BBC, BBS forums. I don't know if the BBC would actually be talking about that. Mostly, it's the BBC back in the day was about when is Doctor Who coming back? There was the Doctor Who movie, which was like, oh my god, they're going to show you what they're going to do to make a whole new series. But yeah, that's for another time. Yeah, for me, about like knowing of Japan, I know a great deal. I don't know everything, but I know a great deal. I figured that when I do go to Japan, like I specified, that I would be drawing. But one of the things I would do is I always wanted to do was go into their shrines, the Shinto shrines, the Buddhist monasteries, go to the other temple complexes, and actually be there instead of being like the other tourists taking pictures everywhere. I'd just be with a pad of paper and a pencil drawing. Yeah, I'll probably just be going around drawing people. Wherever we go, I'd just be sketching people and things and like that. I definitely do is my artwork there. I do paintings and stuff like that. But I really don't think that I would have an art show there. Yeah. Now, I guess this is kind of a Jvlog video. Maybe not, but it's definitely a vlog of some sort, me rambling on multiple things. The next actual, probably real Jvlogging video, I guess, I'll probably do is, I don't know. I have no idea what I would talk about. Oh, here's one thing that I want to get off my chest about this, which I found, kind of bizarre, but yet, like, why didn't I think of this? Like Victor, from Give Me a Break Man, Give Me a Flake Man, he calls a lot of his videos laundry videos, and he describes what a laundry video is. Is basically you have this vlog, or this video of him, where he just talks about whatever, and you don't really need to be watching it. You just do something else, but while you're listening to him, like doing the laundry or whatever. And when I first heard him actually describing this in one of his videos, when I read into him, I'm like, isn't that kind of obvious? That's what I do with a lot of vloggers. Don't matter what they're talking about in what language. If it's in German or French, Italian, Russian. I just, a lot of times, I know that they're not going to do anything like whatever. It's like, put it off to the side, but yet listen to it like it's a podcast of some sort. That's basically what I would do. And that's what I do. do. So, yeah, I guess you can consider my vlogs as laundry videos. Or just, like, if you want to watch my videos, I really don't care if you like or subscribe to them. If you do, that's great. I'm glad that I have a subscriber. But what I don't really want is someone that tries to be a bot, just subscribe to everything, but yet I look on their thing and they don't watch anybody's videos. They don't comment on anything. I guess you can do that, fine, but I wonder, why do that? Are you trying to create an account where you can get to every person and try to clog up the system? Is that what you're trying to do? It's kind of the same mentality that I find in like these kind of bots on Twitter, where there's just people that just subscribe to a plethora of people, just going from account to account. Just it's like, oh, this person has all these subscribers. Go to each of their subscribers and subscribe to them, and go on and on and on. It's like the same thing with the people that of those subscribers, each one of them who they subscribe to, go to those, and it's like, why? Like, if somebody subscribes to this channel, like, that's good, I guess, but I'm not trying to make money on it. So if you're interested, go ahead. If not, oh. But a lot of times I want is somebody to actually just, find my videos informative or interesting, or if you agree or maybe even disagree. Like, if you really think horrible things, just type it. I'm not going to blurt it out. I'll tell you this is to being very anti whatever, I mean, like, very racist towards about any culture. You have to make a point about it, not have some ridiculous dribble about why this culture is evil. I mean, if you go through every society is evil. If you want to construe to that, say, well, they cause violence. Every society has violence. Every society caused war of some sort or another. So, I guess this is more of rambling than anything. All right. See you next time. Ciao.